Alright guys, what's up? This is the most awkward thing I've ever done in my life. I don't know how anybody vlogs because this is very strange to me. I guess I gotta get used to it, but I just wanted to start the channel, the YouTube channel off with a gardening video. And right behind me is my fig orchard, and I just kind of want to show you the varieties I have and their progress. And yeah, and that will be today's video. You can see the pig pen is behind me. Maybe we'll check out the pigs at the end of the video. I also have my garden. It's kind of back there as well, which we could check out in another video. But let's go ahead and look at the varieties, see how they're doing. And yeah, that will be today's video. Okay, so I have 17 fig trees. I tried to find the best area in my yard that gets the most sunlight throughout the day. I also have some fertilizing stuff here because today is a fertilizing day, but we'll start from, I guess, left to right. And we'll start with the first row here. This is actually a recent fig tree I got. It's called Peter's Honey. And it's actually doing really well. I've only had this for a couple weeks and it's already got a pretty sizable fig on it. I don't know if it's gonna be ready in time before fall and the colder winter, the colder weather comes, because I think it has to be at least 80 degrees for a fig to ripen. So Peter's Honey, hopefully if we're lucky, if we have a warm fall, we might be able to try it out. If not, next year. Next to it is one of my favorite trees. It's an LSU variety. It's called Lsu Haulier. This thing is loaded with fig fruit. You can see it's just everywhere. And we're closing in, very close, probably like a couple more weeks. These will soon begin to ripen. So if you live in the Southeast, I definitely recommend the LSU varieties because they're bred by, obviously, LSU, the university, and they're kind of bred to withstand the southeastern weather, because fig trees, they don't really like they don't like a lot of rain, and it rains a lot during the time when fig trees begin to ripen, or the fig fruit begin to ripen. And that causes them to split or lose flavor because they've been watered down. Apparently LSU varieties can handle the rain much better than other normal fig varieties, so I'm excited to taste these and give it a try. I think this is like a honey, I'm not sure, I don't know what this one tastes like. So next to this one we have the Italian honey. Now I heard this one isn't that good in the Southeast. It doesn't handle the rain too well, but this one honestly was one of the first fruiting trees, and it should be ready soon. Every morning I'm coming out here looking, seeing if these fruits have they'll swell up, but they have not. So hopefully this one will be good. It's another honey variety fig. Next to that, this is another one of my favorites. It's called the Velvet de Bordeaux. This is a French fig. Again, I don't think it does amazingly well. I think it does okay in the Southeast, but it actually has 3 figs here that are going to be good to go soon. It actually did not grow any new fig fruits until just recently. If you look closely, you can see little figs growing, which is really weird, because these grew like months ago, and that tree should be good. Apparently it's a berry fig. I don't think these figs are going to develop though. And they do recommend like just picking them off because it might interfere with the growth of these. It might slow it down. So I don't know, I can't do it. I feel bad because when you pick these they're called figlets, but when you pick them off, the tree like bleeds. It's really sad. I can't do it. Next to that, we have a Celeste Fig. This is another fig that's okay in this area. I heard the first couple years it drops its fruit. So I think it's got some fruit growing. Yeah, right here. Not a ton. I don't expect to get any fruit. I expect it to drop, but we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't. Next to that, we have, what is this? I actually forgot. It's called Cadota. It's a Cadota. This was a baby. This was really small. But this was like, the other figs are a little older, so this one still has some time to get older and grow. So I'm just kind of letting it go wild here. It has no figs on it. So that's the first row of the fig orchard. We'll do the next row. This one here looks like he needs a little bit of water, which I'm gonna water today. But this one is called Rockaway Green. This is a green fig. I have no idea. I read it does well in my area, and we also have a spider right here protecting it. There he is. So yeah, this one has no figs on it. I think it's way too late. So next year I'll get some figs for that tree. This is what is this actually? Hold on. This is the Chicago Hardy. This is a really good variety for colder, like not like extreme cold, but I think that's why it's called a Chicago Hardy. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is a Little Miss Figgy. My bad. I don't know. Little Miss Figgy apparently is very similar to the Velvet D Bordeaux, but it didn't really fruit much, but it has one. It's very similar looking to the Velvet D Bordeaux. It's like the same like berry type. So there's that. Next over here is and I just walked into a spider web. This is a Lsu Purple. This one is probably not gonna fruit. I think I need to add a little bit of a support because it's kind of leaning over. Next over here, this is another favorite of mine. This is called an Lsu Tiger, another Lsu variety, and again, loaded with figs. This one is gonna be ready pretty soon. And apparently this one has a banana taste to it. And these do very well in my kind of environment, the Southeast, where it rains a lot, hurricane season, during, October, August, September. And that's kind of when these figs are ripening. Next to this is the Chicago Hardy, I believe. I just kind of picked the leaves at the bottom because I want all the growth to be going up to the top. And it looks like we got some bad spots in here, but it's doing okay. Not a ton of fruit on it. But again, this is a cold hardy fig. So if you live kind of like in Tennessee or anywhere a little bit above that, this one's gonna do a little bit better for you than say like a different, normal fig, I suppose. This one's called a Black Mission. Black Mission is kind of like the basic bitch, I guess, of figs. Usually when you get dried figs and they're a black fig, it's usually the Black Mission. But no figs on this. It's very similar to the Codata or whatever, where I got it very young, so it needs time to grow and probably get some figs from it next year. So that's the second row of figs. So now we're gonna do the third row, which there's a little less figs here, one less fig than the other rows. This one's been really cool. This one's called a Greek. I think it's called a Greek, yellow Greek. It's a yellow fig. I guess it's a Greek fig. Again, I read that these do decent with the rain, but it's been growing like a champ, like all my new figs. So I'm really happy to see that. You can see the green growth. You see that? This is new growth. And you see the little notches right there, if I can focus. The notches is kind of like, the further away these notches are, the healthier it is. It means it's growing really fast, so that's really good. Next year we'll get some yellow Greeks. This is another baby fig I got. It was like less than a year. I'm just kind of letting it grow wild. This is a brown turkey. This is another basic bitch fig. I say, and it's still good. If you have a brown turkey, it's still delicious, but it doesn't have any like crazy unique flavor. I guess I can kind of pluck some of these leaves here. I wanted to focus on growing up top. But yeah, this is gonna be cool next year. Right here, this is I'm super excited for this fig. Unfortunately, we had some errors with this fig when I first got it. This is called a Smith fig. And apparently this one does very well in my area. It handles the rain. Also, it tastes amazing. Everybody who eats this fig explains how delicious it is, and just like literally go online, watch people eat the Smith fig, and they're like, oh, this is to die for. But what happened is when I got it, it actually was growing leaves very early. And I was excited because I was like, oh, I'm gonna get fruit. But I think I bought this online, and the person growing it, he was growing it inside and using grow lights. And what happens when you do that and you take it out in the full sun, it gets sunburned. It's not used to the full sun, and it if you look, these were the original leaves. It stunt the growth, but it's recovered very nicely. Look at this. Look at the new growth here. Just like you can see the notches, if I can focus here, the distance between the notches. Very, very good job. It is growing figs, but they're very small, and basically it really depends, but if it's past July 4th and the fig forms, it most likely will not make it to ripening. So we'll see. If I'm lucky enough, again, having a warm fall, a very warm fall, I might be able to eat this fig. If not, there's always next year. So I'm just glad to have it, and I'm glad it's growing good again, because I was so worried about it, that I was gonna die, and it was like my most expensive fig because it's like a very sought after fig. This is another Celeste Fig. I think I'm gonna plant this one in the ground because, oh, look, see what I mean? See what I mean? It's dropping its figs. That's what the Celeste does. It takes a couple years. But I'm gonna plant this one in the ground next year because I have another Celeste Fig, so I have two of them. And I won't be, because basically, eventually I want to get some land to plant these permanently, and I don't want to plant them here because in case, I just want an area where I might move to and live for a long time or whatever, live there for a long time so I can spend as much time with the figs as possible. This is a Celeste Fig. It's growing some figs here. We'll see how it does, but next year I think I'm going to plant it in the ground. And then this is another brown turkey. It's very big, but it has like no figs on it. I got this one because it was so big, and I was like, oh, this one's gonna fig really nicely, like it's gonna grow a lot of figs. It didn't. So I think I'm gonna plant this one in the ground next year as well, just because I have two brown turkeys. So I have two brown turkeys, two Celeste, and everything else is its own variety. So that is the current fig orchard that I have right now, and I'm just counting down the days because we are getting close to being able to eat these bad boys. And hopefully the goal here is these trees will get older, they'll produce more fruit. Hopefully I can get, I don't know, some kind of land where I can plant these, because when you plant them in ground, they grow more. Just more nutrition. It's less maintenance. You don't have to fertilize, you don't have to water. They can do everything on their own. So pretty excited about that. And with that, we will go check out the pigs and wrap up this video. Okay, Elvis. There's Joe. So that's Josephine. That's Elvis. They're hungry. They have not been fed yet, so they're expecting food, but instead I'm just filming them for my own gain, huh? There you go. Yeah. So Josephine, she's a female, obviously. She's very feisty, and most females are very rude and very territorial. So if I went in there, she wouldn't like attack me, but she kind of like tries to, display her dominance against me, kind of being mean to me. If I don't get out of her way, she will try to headbutt me. So, you're supposed to not. Ooh, did you see that? Oh, I got that on camera too. You're not going to be looking good. You're looking mean. Wow, I've never seen her try to bite me like that. That's rude. Elvis, on the other hand, they say boys are much sweeter and chiller, and that is so true. He would never bite me. You would never bite me, huh, buddy? Huh, bud? He's so sweet. He's the sweetest pig I've ever met, but I've only met two pigs, so. But yeah, he's very, 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 very sweet. He's very kind. So if you're getting a potbelly pig, I recommend getting a boy pig because they are super chill. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. thank you for the support. I hope you enjoyed this one. Little farm. This is their pig pen here that they got. And this is their house that they sleep in. They got a lot of pool in there to try to cool off. But they're spoiled. They're spoiled. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you later.